Okay, I'm back. Um, Let me say this first, okay? Um, there were obviously some people in the comment section um, who were unhappy with certain things, I don't think it makes any sense to worry about what other people have. It serves no useful purpose whatsoever. And I think that we should be concentrating on what could be a major emergency at hand. You know what? All you have to do is look at the facts. All you have to do is look at the facts. High diesel prices and scarcity equal higher food and everything else prices, because it's going to cost more money to get things from A to B. And everybody in those steps are going to be charged more money. So when it ends up on the store shelf, we're going to get charged more money too. Now, while I was out today, the only price I saw that had actually risen was hamburger at Walmart. When I bought it, it was $2.58 a pound. It's now $3.58. Everything else looked fine. Now, there were some things, missing around the store, but today is Sunday. We're doing this in real time. Today is Sunday. So I'm assuming everybody and their mother shopped yesterday and they haven't had a chance to restock the shelves. So I can't say there's panic going on. And if panic doesn't go on, then we're good. But if it does go on, then I'm still good. Now, when I decided to do this, I wondered what my budget should be. Now, believe it or not, I actually made quite a bit more money at Amazon than I normally would have, because of all the continuous overtime and the bonuses, plus my little YouTube channel. I actually thought I was going to have to pay, and I was prepared to pay. I actually put money aside to pay. But this is why you hire an accountant, okay? So when it was all said and done, I didn't have to pay. As a matter of fact, I got $300 back. My sister laughs at me because she got considerably more. But I was tickled pink, absolutely tickled pink. And so I decided that would be my prep budget, because basically it was free money and I had not made any plans for it. So please keep in mind that I am just a regular working person, just like most of you. And for the person who tried to make me feel guilty because they didn't have a car and they couldn't go nowhere, babe, just about everybody, unless you were flying under the radar, either got unemployment or you got a stimulus check. With those two things going on, I'm sure somebody could have taken you to the store, and you didn't say you lived out in the middle of nowhere. So, come on, people, let's be fair. Let's play fair, okay? Now, I think everybody should be trying to think about how they can still be safe, still be comfortable, even in these trying times. If I could do solar, I absolutely would. But as you can see, cue the flip, I have all these trees in front of my balcony. I don't get sun on my balcony. It stays shaded. So a solar panel is not going to help me. As a matter of fact, a power station is not going to help me, because a power station without a solar panel to keep it powered when there's no electricity is absolutely worthless. But if I could, I would, because it only makes sense. So, what did I buy? Well, let's talk about it. Now let's keep in mind that I am just one person. So for me, a stockpile is anything that's more than 6, okay? Some of the things I went back to get because I thought maybe I should have more. One was shelf-stable milk and sugar, because I use the shelf-stable milk in my coffee in the morning and to cook with. I had 4, I bought 5 more. Sugar. I use a teaspoon of sugar in my coffee. That's the only thing I use sugar for. So I had 1 box that was newly opened. I decided to buy 2 more. I really love tuna macaroni salad in the summertime that you refrigerate. So I had bought 8 cans of tuna and 4 boxes of tuna noodle mixture. I made the decision to go back and get 10 more cans of tuna and 5 more boxes of the tuna noodle stuff. Vegetable oil. The last trip out, I bought 2 bottles of extra virgin olive oil because I like to use it when I make salad. Sometimes I'll use it to saute food in. I bought 1 extra bottle of avocado oil because I use that if I'm going to do something a little bit harder than sauteing. But let's face it, those bottles are thin and there's not a lot in them, and I'm like, you're going to run out of stuff. You got a lot of fish and a lot of chicken in that freezer. So I bought 2 bottles of vegetable oil. Not the healthiest thing, but you know, health takes a slide when you have to think about long term and food. So of course I'll use the good stuff first, and as long as I can buy the good stuff, I will. But if it gets to the point where I can't buy the good stuff, then I will use the vegetable oil. I had bought 7 cans of collard greens the last time. Well, I went back and bought another 7 cans, but of spinach this time, because there may come a point where fresh vegetables are non-existent. And I can't get any more frozen stuff really in my freezer, so I decided to go with canned because I'm still going to need vegetables. I bought another pack of butter. I already had 2 and 1 in use. I bought 1 more pack of butter. Let's see what else. I was really looking for the Jiffy biscuit mix because wheat could be a problem, especially since we get a lot of grain from Ukraine. And every once in a while I like biscuits. And maybe, you know, that kind of stuff will become scarce along with bread. So I already had 3 or 4 packs of the cornbread mix, and I decided to buy 3 more packs of cornbread mix. I could not find the biscuit mix. That is hard to come by. So I bought an actual big box that you just use the flour in the box and water for the biscuits. So that should be fine. I'll probably keep that in the refrigerator. I bought some more crab soup because I really like crab soup. I actually bought some crackers to go with it. I thought an extra box of crackers would be good. I bought about 6 extra packets of instant mashed potatoes. I bought 5 of the flavors I like each the last time, as well as pasta. 4 or 5 of each of the flavors I like, but I decided to pick up some extra mashed potatoes. I also picked up 2 extra cans of chicken for Wolfie because I hate canned chicken, but he loves it. I picked up 2 the last trip. I picked up 2 more. I have not picked up any more water yet, but I will. As it is, I still got a case of water in the truck. It takes me a minute to get all that stuff into the house. The only good thing about it is my knees feel a lot better. I don't know if maybe the gel finally kicked in, but I know the steroid, you know, wore off a week ago. But my knees actually feel pretty good. So I don't mind making 2, maybe 3 trips to get stuff in, but there's still a case of water in the truck. and 1 pack of toilet paper. Yes, I bought 2 more packs of toilet paper. Each of these have 12 rolls in it. I think that is the gist. Oh, I really wanted to buy some chili, and I've had Hormel, and I'm not impressed by it. Someone said that, is it White Stag or something like that? So they had little small containers. So I bought that to see if I like it. If I like it, one day I'll go back and get a couple of things of chili, because the food I have and the meat in the freezer, if things start to get really sky high, is not going to last long. And at some point, I'm still going to have to go out and buy meat. So I figured if I could, have a couple of canned meat sources, that might be good. I mean, because all you can do is what you can do, based on the finances and the space and the time you have to work with. There are no perfect solutions unless you are a bona fide prepper and you've been doing this for years. In which case, you got a whole bunker with rows and rows and rows and rows of stuff. As it is, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my 4 or 5 bags of food, because I need to do something with it, because I need to be able to see what I have, because I'm not going to just let it sit on the shelf and rot. At some point, I might use some of it and just replace it. It depends on how things go. But I'm going to have to come up with some type of rack system. Fortunately for me, I'm the queen of racks. I think I can put together something so I can at least keep an eye on what I have. So a lot of the stuff was my preferences. I'm sure there were other things, but there's no reason for me to go through the entire list. I think you get the point. I'm worried. And the reason why I'm worried is because I'm single. Okay? There is no partner that we can put everything together and figure out how we're going to eat. I have to manage all of this myself. And I felt like getting a head start before things get too out of hand, if they do, was my best choice to be okay. So that's pretty much it. The only reason why I made these videos is because I became aware of things. And I did think about them. And after reading the reports from the corporations, I mean, when Walmart basically says, shit's costing us a lot of money and we're passing it on to you, I see no reason to not believe them. To me, that's a clue. And it's a heads up. So, based on what you can do, you do. Based on what I could do, I did. I'm glad that this happened during income tax return time, because I would have hated to blow my income tax on something silly and then have this come up and then have to touch my savings, because I really don't want to touch my savings. So I should probably add that the $150 I spent today was my camping trip budget. So as soon as I put that back into my budget, then we'll go camping. So that's basically how I feel. I hope everyone understands. If you don't, that's fine. I'm going to allow you to have your say in the comments section, because when it's all said and done, I don't give a flying what anybody believes. I'm just trying to take care of Sheila. So I will see you in the next video. Take care and stay blessed. Bye.